So I've severe emphysema, one of the more severe I think that's been treated here so far. It impacts your life greatly. Obviously I've very low oxygen levels, so my ability to exercise is very small. But now there's definitely a considerate change. I can do a lot more in my day. I've got a lot more stamina, a lot more energy. People that are close to me, and friends and my girlfriend, she sees a big change. I'm a little bit fuller in my body. Just, there's subtle changes in my body that for the positive. I also had some other problems like a bit of gum disease. It's cleared up nicely. So it's my first time in the new facility here, and it's really nice. It's very comfortable, very modern, very clean. Cleaner than any other hospital or hotel I've ever been in, so you'll have a good stay here and you'll be taken care of well. It's a dramatic change, really big difference in my life.
Pleasure to see you again, Brian, but could you please introduce yourself? I would love you to introduce yourself to our viewers who are seeing you for the first time.
So I'm Brian Duncan. I'm here for my second time, just a little checkup and a bit top up of exosomes here. After my initial treatment about 7 months ago, I had a big round of stem cells, and it's been very helpful for me.
Can you tell us your diagnosis and how did your illness affect your life before the first treatment? What kind of obstacles you had, impairments in daily life, etc.?
So I've severe emphysema, one of the more severe I think that's been treated here so far. It impacts your life greatly. Obviously I've very low oxygen levels, so my ability to exercise is very small. So just day-to-day life has to be very slow. I have to sleep a lot. That's something I've noticed improvements. I sleep less now, so I've got a bit more time in the day. It was, just let's go back about 2 years ago. Basically, I felt really, really terrible. Every day was quite worrying to know what condition I was in. It played a lot on my mind to be in such a poor state of health. But now there's definitely a considerate change. I can do a lot more in my day. I've got a lot more stamina, a lot more energy. I've still got a long way to go in recovery, but it's a dramatic change. Really big difference in my life. I can just feel like a bit more normal, and enjoy life a bit more normally.
Yeah. On topic of that, what do you find yourself today being able to do that was difficult 6 or 7 months prior before you did the treatment?
Well, now I can do a bit more exercise, so I've started going once a week to a yoga class. Me and my girlfriend go every week, which I don't think really would have been possible for me before, and that's allowing me to slowly build a little bit more strength, which is really nice to see. Just some slow improvements, Yeah.
Right. Overall, I understand from the doctors you're more energetic, like a little bit more stamina.
Yeah.
Did you discuss the impact of the treatment here with doctors back in Scotland, or?
Yeah, I've been in contact with my doctors back home with the NHS and telling them how everything's gone, and they've been fine. They've been helpful. They've been just kind of keeping an eye on me, running some extra checks. But for them, obviously this is still under the experimental thing. But I think the evidence is growing now with so many good outcomes like me and others I've spoken to the clinic, and I know there's many more around the world in similar clinics. So stem cells is some interesting technology. I think is going to be growing.
Hopefully. Yeah. Can I ask, did your family members notice anything? Did they mention anything like?
Yeah, for sure. People that are close to me, and friends, and my girlfriend, of course, the closest. She sees me every day, and I think she has a better eye. I don't see myself in the mirror that often. But she sees me every day, and she sees a big change. She says that I haven't put on a lot of weight. Obviously, I struggle with keeping muscle mass, but I'm a little bit fuller in my body. Just there's subtle changes in my body that for the positive. Nice little things like hairs growing back a little bit. This was shiny bald before, basically. So there's extra little thing. I also had some other problems like a bit of gum disease. It's cleared up nicely. So there's extra little improvements you see along the way.
Like full-on regeneration, not only the primary thing that you came for. Brian, I mean, I'm immensely happy that you had such a good dynamic in your recovery and regeneration. Would you have any kind of advice that you would like to share with the people that have the same diagnosis as yourself? Not only on the stem cells, but also in managing the illness as well, or whatever you can think of.
Sure. I mean, with emphysema, I guess for a lot of people, it's a hard thing to live with, but I would say if you can afford some stem cells, it's going to give you some hope to live a bit of a better life, a bit more active life, and I hope to come back for some more in the future, and I think it can do a lot for people. I mean, I don't know, I don't see any downsides to it. As long as you can put up with a couple of needle pricks in your arm, I mean, it's all good, and you're taken care of very, very well here,
You didn't feel any kind of side effect, negative side effect after the treatment in the 7 months, or?
The main side effect I felt like immediately after the treatment was for about a month, I was basically just wanted to sleep a lot and eat a lot of food. But I see these as both very good signs that my body wants to heal, so I went with it and I did a lot of sleeping and a lot of eating, and yeah, it's been all good.
How do you like new facility? You were previously in the small building.
Yeah, it's my first time in the new facility here, and it's really nice. It's very comfortable, very modern, very clean, cleaner than any other hospital or hotel I've ever been in. So you'll have a good stay here, and you'll be taken care of well, for sure. It's really, really nice. I like the outdoors of the facilities here as well. They're slowly building some nice gardens. It's really good.